We gotta stop letting them encroach on language. Is that not one of the core messages of this channel? That political discourse has gone down the drain, and one of the biggest reasons is semantic obfuscation. All right, welcome back to the party, everybody. This is Morty Fast Asleep, and I am your host, Lutch, aka the Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. Hit that like and subscribe, and let's party. So we've had some heavy videos this week about family and unhappiness and all that stuff. So I figured I'd pull a story from a couple weeks ago that is guaranteed to make you laugh, if not at least a little bit of a smile. It's from Tim Cass. Let's just dive in, because I'm sure you heard about this story, but you didn't hear what I had to say.
This video perfectly exemplifies everything wrong with younger generations and the current state of Western civilization. I say everything because it encompasses our health crisis as well as our entitlement crisis. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of things going wrong in our civilization. I don't think that means the end is coming. I think we'll survive this, but I'd love to provide for you an example of just how bad things really are.
Oh, they're
we
bad.
have this article. I saw this on Twitter. It's paddleyourown.canoe.com. Not familiar with it, but the TikTok video is real. Plus-size model accuses United Airlines of discrimination because she was too big to walk down airplane aisle. Breaking news, everybody. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
You're too big, and yet you're being discriminated against. You're being oppressed.
What?
This is what the TikTok generation has become. Find anything that you can do to create problems that either don't exist or are of your own causing, and bring attention to that so that you can get accolades, you can get attention, whatever it is that you're looking for nothing. For nothing.
So not only do we have a woman who is morbidly obese and cannot fit down the aisle of a plane.
Another one.
We have the entitlement of the individual demanding the planes be made bigger.
Yep.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Physics is discriminatory and science should be changed. The sheer fabric of reality must be reshaped so that you can fit on a plane.
Oh, man. Hey, if you're not smiling by now, I don't know what to tell you.
There's a reason why certain planes are certain sizes and why we structure them these ways. But, okay. A little unfair. Certainly.
Is it unfair? Is it unfair that they made a plane and then curvy Olivia from TikTok is just too big to get on that plane? Is that really unfair? I'm going to say no.
They could make a private jumbo jet with big open spaces for a morbidly obese person to pass through.
Yeah, you going to pay for
that? I think it's funny that this lady's like, the plane should be bigger. Like, dude, you should be smaller.
Yup.
I'm not trying to rag on this person. I want her to be healthy.
Yeah, but it's hard. I mean, it's hard to tell this story without being like,
Oh, hell
what are you
no.
doing?
But the idea that the entire airline industry must be reshaped because you won't stop eating is insane. And this is what's going wrong in our society. You are not entitled to whatever you want. You are granted access by privilege and permission from someone who has done the work.
Yep. Somebody who has done the work.
Bingo.
You have done no work. You have done no work. And not just on the plane, on yourself. And yet, entitlement.
I love it. Imagine there's a big river and someone builds a rickety bridge on their own.
Why is he talking like that?
And then along comes a morbidly obese individual and they say, if you walk across that bridge, it'll collapse. And they're like, well, then you should make a bigger bridge. No, you should just not go on my bridge. You have no right to be on someone else's property. That's the crazy thing. The direction where we're going. We ain't just talking about communism. We are talking about gluttonous communism. This is what I love so much.
Gluttonous communism. I don't know how necessarily this dictates it has anything to do with communism, but gluttony for sure.
Because I think it's like a self-correcting problem. Either these people, well, maybe not necessarily, but here's the way I'll put it. If the ideology of these young people, the entitlement and the communist stuff does happen, well, then the problem solves itself because
they're going to starve. That's where he's going to go, right? Because they're going to starve.
She'll lose a lot of weight when there's no food.
Called it.
They write a plus-size model and influencer who goes by the name Big Curvy Olivia.
Oh, I apologize, Big Curvy Olivia. I only saw the one line. You can see it says
on TikTok.
That's a video. Can't hide like that. But you can see it says Big You can see it says Big Curvy Olivia. But I just saw Curvy Olivia. I apologize, Big Curvy Olivia. I don't want to be offensive. I want to use your proper given screen name and highlight, as you did, that you are not just curvy, but you are, in fact, as well, big.
Has accused United Airlines of discrimination because she had so much difficulty squeezing herself down the airplane aisle on a recent flight due to her size. In a video uploaded to TikTok, the woman became stuck. Oh, no, as she tried to walk down the aisle, only to discover that her hips were wider than the aisle. The woman then had to twist sideways and force herself along the aisle, banging into seats as she went.
Oh, no.
That's not the woman, by the way. That's a different.
Yuck. No kidding.
For a TikTok video. Apparently, TikTok is the bunch of women taking pictures of their butts.
I mean, there's a lot more cool stuff on there as well. I will attest to, spending a decent amount on TikTok because of how good the algorithm is, despite the fact that I know that it's definitely contributing to the downfall of our society. I'm a millennial. We do things and it doesn't help. So sue me.
The woman captioned the video, "Honestly, it's discrimination."
Is it though?
That they can't build wider aisles in airplanes in 2023.
Oh, they can. It just doesn't make sense to, because as big as you are and as big as so many people are, I don't often hear of people. I hear often when people need an extra seat, but not being able to make it down the aisle.
What?
That's a new one for me.
Perhaps unbeknown to Big Curvy Olivia is the fact that rather than get bigger, the width of airplane aisles is increasingly getting tighter as airlines squeeze ever more seats on the aircraft.
Is that true? If you know, definitely let me know. Because if that's true, she actually has a little tiny bit of a point. I don't think she's justified in what she's saying, but certainly has more of a point if the aisles are getting smaller. But something tells me that's not the case. I don't think so. And if you don't trust her as much as I don't, you will definitely find a home at the Indian Jesus Discord server where the party never ends. That's right, 24/7 we are in there hanging out. And after every live stream, we go in for the after party panel where you are not stuck behind your keyboard, but you are on screen with me, cammed up. If you don't want to cam up, you don't have to, but whatever, it's a good time. Come and hang out at the after party. Link in the description. It is free to join. Come and join us.
In this case, the woman was filmed struggling to get past United's Polaris business class seats, premium seats that are on a growth trajectory.
And so that's not even, okay, so she made that up then. Because it's not even in coach. We're now talking in business class. If you can't get down the aisle in business class, come on. Come on.
The new standard for business class seats with walls and doors do make it difficult for people of size. I love that. People of size.
Good point. That is funny. People of size. I am not a person of size, apparently. That's just a funny phrase. I mean, I definitely have a size. It's a small size, except where it matters. You know what I mean? But that, if they are making these walls and doors, and that does make it more difficult for people of that size, is what it should have read. Again, there is a point there. There is a point there. I don't think it is a completed point. I don't think that makes her in the right and that we should be changing the size of planes for fat people. But there is a point that if the aisles are getting smaller and people are getting bigger, what is she supposed to do about it? I did not expect to take her side at all here, but hey, it is what it is. We call a spade here.
You know what? I am so sick of this. Even at my fattest, I wasn't anywhere near that big. Y'all can be responsible for yourselves. I'm not going to call you a person of size. I'm going to call you morbidly obese. That is not meant to be disrespectful. It's a fact statement as to what you are.
True.
Late last year, a Brazilian plus-sized influencer, I'm going to stop you right there, paddle your own canoe. Last year, a Brazilian morbidly obese individual raged against Qatar Airways after the airline refused to let her travel in economy class and demanded she pay extra for a premium seat with extra space to accommodate her. Qatar Airways had little sympathy for Juliana Nem,
I said, shit, me too.
name, and explained in a statement that anyone who impedes upon the space of a fellow traveler and cannot secure their seatbelt or lower their armrest may be required to purchase an additional seat, both as a safety precaution and for the comfort and safety of all passengers.
Makes perfect sense to me. I don't know how long ago, but there was a petition going around that fat people who need 2 seats should just get 2 seats and that the airlines should just eat that cost. Now, I'm not saying the airlines can't eat that cost. Obviously, they can. But if I got to pay for all the space I'm using, you got to pay for all the space you're using.
Earlier this year, another plus-sized influencer, nope, going to stop you right there. Earlier this year, another morbidly obese individual started a campaign to force airlines to provide larger passengers with 2 seats for no additional fee.
That's what I was talking about. No. That's too far. If you use more, then that's fine. I'm not going to think of you as less of a person because you need more resources. But if you need more resources, if you weigh 300 pounds and I barely weigh over 100, then why should we be paying the same? Exactly.
Lynn Cheney said, people of size, I'm just going to stop you again. Cheney said morbidly obese individuals should be given, and even that's polite. Morbidly obese individual. I'm just being factual. We got to stop letting them encroach on language.
Facts. There we go. We got to stop letting them encroach on language. Is that not one of the core messages of this channel? That political discourse overall, but specifically political discourse, has gone down the drain. And one of the biggest reasons is semantic obfuscation, as we are seeing right here. Instead of using the accurate scientific terms of morbidly obese, people of size. That's a phrase that doesn't even make sense. Plus size. An attempt to make reality seem softer and nicer. The result is that people are unable to deal with reality. It is not helping. Stop obfuscating the words that we use. The meanings of the words that we use are very important. And yes, of course, language evolves over time, but that happens organically. This is not organic.
Morbidly obese individuals should be given 2 or even 3 seats for the price of 1.
3?
If they are too large to fit in a single seat. We're not asking for special treatment or luxury accommodations.
Aren't you? Come on, you're not asking for extra accommodations. You just want extra accommodations?
What?
So, I mean, you guys get the point. Definitely go check out the rest of the video. But, I mean, I just needed something to clear my mind after all of this serious stuff we've been talking about this week. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Once again, this is Morty. He is really sleeping. And I have been your host, Lutch, a.k.a. The Indian Jesus, here to resurrect the second coming of common sense. Catch us live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. And special treat for you for making it to the end of the video. Comment the secret word in the comments for a shout out in the next video. The secret word for this one is going to be obese. Put obese in the comments for a shot at a shout out. Until then, guys, we are out of here. Peace.